It's me again, back and ready to share something with you. I will just give a couple of minutes to see if someone will connect with us live. And from there, we will start flowing. I hope that your weekend was good, that you ate good things, that you took time for yourself. If you are working at home, I hope that you are balancing your free time with your work life. I'm a workaholic, and I used to work at home, and it was kind of crazy for me because I didn't know how to balance that. So my always advice is to take time for yourself too. Today we are working with the balancing posture, which is a variation of your half moon. It will be fun to try. So if you have a block, maybe you don't need the two of them, maybe you will need them. If you have at least one, I will suggest you to have it around your mat. If not, you can find something else which can help you to balance yourself in case you need it. Before we start our practice, I will show you very quickly what is what we are doing today, so you know where you go and you have a base to just move into your posture when it's time. So for your variation, this is a variation of your half moon. The name is Ardha Chandra Chandrasana. So we come from our half moon, right? If you need your block, we always use one foot down on the mat and the toes are always pointing towards the top of it. We will move into our half moon, which is kind of moving into our warrior three, but we open the hip, we open the toes, and we extend the arms wide. Now you can always find your support here with your block. Get as supported as possible, planting your palm of hand completely into your mat. Now the variation that I will show you is your Ardha Chandrasana, and it consists on bending the knee of your floating leg, maybe pull it into your glute, and then you will find the foot with your hand. You can always stay here if you feel that you are losing stability, but the goal will be to actually kick your leg up and kind of open your heart. So the more you grow up, the better. To get out of the posture, we will actually extend the leg again, and with a lot of care, we will twist the heart down and we will step back. So this will be the variation that we will create today. Those who have hard floor and you need something to protect your knees, you can always use a mat. I will use this one. My mat has a lot of cushion, so most of the time I don't need it. But if you need, please don't hesitate to use something because our knees are very delicate. So we will start our practice in our Balasana child's pose. You can go and make your way to your mat. I will just put a little bit of music because I need it. And so, once you come to your mat, try to open your knees wide. And I would suggest you to actually sit over your heels and see if from here it is a little easier for us to keep the hips grounded. You can place your hands in front of you and begin to walk till the arms will be completely extended over your head and your forehead will release into your mat. If your head cannot reach down, you can always use your block as support. Maybe the blanket that you have with you for the knees can come too and give you a little of cushion. Those are our options. Once you are ready, just take a moment to arrive to your practice. Take a moment to check on your body, to check on your mind, to check on yourself and see how are you feeling today. What sensations are presenting? What thoughts are running through your mind? Begin to take some deep breaths, inhaling as long, as deep as possible. Taking long exhales too. Just letting your forehead, your knees, your shins, top of your feet to melt into your mat. We take one more inhalation. We take an open mouth, exhale. One more inhale, and the belly rises. The heart expands. We hold it up at the top at least for 3 seconds. And again, an open mouth exhalation. We'll take one more moment here, giving a space for us to just notice, calling in the sensations, the thoughts, the movement that will support your practice, that will help you grow. Building up the breath and the connection with it. Letting go of any pain, any discomfort, letting go of any fear, any worry, or maybe any expectation that you have towards your practice or towards your day. We want to come from an empty space, in a neutral space in which we notice the present moment. We allow ourselves to be guided, to be fully present, fully aware. And take a moment, you will flow your head out of the mat. Look towards the top of it, and then you will turn your head to right. So your left cheek will come down on the mat, and you will release your head down. This is just to check on our neck. So if you feel any discomfort, try not to put pressure on it. The head will fall alone. We don't want to push, we don't want to force. We take one more inhale and the head will float. Gaze will go towards the top of your mat. And this time you will turn your head to left. And your right cheek will release down. Take a moment there, continue to breathe. We take an inhalation and we turn our head now to center. We will come into the fingertips and we will lift up the palm of the hand. Planting your fingertips down into your mat, you will begin to dip your chest down. Keep your gaze forward. See how deep can your chest release. You're a little pressure on the shoulders too, so you can start opening your upper body. I love to use my breath to actually help this opening, giving a little more of strength to it, more into the exhalation. We stay for one more inhale. One more exhalation. And slowly we rise into our tabletop. Hands will come right beneath the shoulders. Knees will open, hip distance width apart. As you try to press the palm firmly down into the air, you will look down between your hands. First, we take our cow pose, so your belly will come out completely. Your shoulders will release all the way down. Gaze will move up towards the ceiling and the base of your spine will lift up. Try to activate completely so you can feel the stretch in your core. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, round your spine, bring your chin down into the heart. For your cat pose, we are tucking the tailbone in and we are pressing firmly with your palms. We take one more inhale, cow pose, belly down, shoulders down, gaze up. exhale your cat pose. Round the spine, chin to heart. Inhale, cow. And as you exhale, cat pose, round the spine, chin to chest. Finish your exhalation, make it long. And as you inhale, we will meet in our neutral tabletop. So now your spine will come in a straight line. The crown of your head will be pointing towards the horizon. You are looking down between the hands. Fingers are still wide open. We want to hug the belly back towards the spine so we can activate the core here. Tucking the toes in, you will extend your right leg back and create a straight line from the sole of your foot towards the crown of your head. Now, you will open your toes towards the right. Hip will open too. The leg will come all the way towards the right edge of your mat. Foot will release and the toes will point straight forward. Keeping your left hand planted, wrist under the shoulder, we will open the right arm up towards the sky. Fingers are wide open, and as you open the heart, go ahead and follow with your gaze. If you want a little more for your shoulder here, flip the palm back, and you will bring your forearm towards the low back, creating an external rotation on your shoulder so you can open a little more your heart. Keep working on your breath. Still coming into this present moment. Grateful to be here, to have a moment for ourselves, for our awakening. As we extend the arm, hand will release all the way down into your mat. Again, wrist under the shoulder. This time your left arm will float towards the left side, and we will come into a modified thread the needle here. So first we twist, and then we will invite the arm to cross, releasing your left shoulder, left cheek down into the mat. For this one, we will invite the right arm to go over the head. And so you will decide how much amount of weight you will give into the shoulder. How I do that, if you want to give a little of weight, you will lift a little bit your right shoulder up. If you want to give pressure, then we start twisting the shoulder towards the mat. We stay for 2 more rounds of breath here, so make them count, make them yours. And sliding your hand right in front of your face, press yourself up, float your left arm up. And instead of taking it down towards your mat, you will invite it forward. But make sure that your left wrist is still, right wrist is still in line with your shoulder. Your left arm is in front of you, activating your core, and we will challenge the balance here. So you will float your leg and take it all the way back. We create now one straight line from your hand towards the sole of your foot. You are looking down, you are activating your core. You are breathing, you are here. Now listen close. Foot, or maybe toes, fingertips will reach down towards your mat. We take a deep inhale as we do. As we exhale, we float them up. We inhale, go down again, let them tap down just a little bit. And again, as we exhale, we float up. We activate the glute. Just one more, let them come down, tap. And as you exhale, we float, we stay a little longer, just for 5, 4, embrace the shake, 3, 2, and we release. Readjust your tabletop. Whatever that you need here. And again, tucking the toes in, this time we'll extend the left leg back. We flex the foot back towards the face. We look down between the hands. We create one straight line with our bodies. Then your hip will open, toes will open towards the left side. And you will invite your leg to come all the way towards the left. Foot will release down, toes pointing forward. Our right wrist this time will be right underneath the shoulder. So as we inhale, we twist to left, floating the left arm up towards the sky. We can stay here, pressing back, opening. And if you want more, flip the palm, bend the elbow, forearm will come towards your low back. Gaze can follow the shoulder. Not necessary, but you can always do. Take couple of breaths here. And again, we circle the arm over the head. So we release the right hand underneath the shoulder. Now, shifting the weight of the body towards the left hand, we will float, open, and we find our modified thread and needle. So we cross, releasing this time your right shoulder, right cheek down into your mat. Left arm will go over your head. And then you will decide how much pressure you want to give into the shoulder that it's melting on your mat. You can always lift or you can always press down, feeling that activation and the stretch you are giving. Breathe deep and breathe well. We stay for one more round. And sliding your hand right in front of your face. Press yourself up. Twist a little so you can unlock. And instead of taking the head down, you will open your arm over your head. Shift the weight of your body towards the knee and the hand. And activating your core, you will float your left leg back. Create that straight line. Close the hip down. Flex the foot back towards the face. We stay active here, looking down. And again, toes and fingertips will start coming down. We tap. As we exhale, we float up. Target the glute. Activate it. Slowly, we come down. Tap the floor. And again, exhale, float it up. We go down just once more. And again, as we exhale, we float. We stay for 5, 4. If we shake, we are doing it right. 3, and 1. We release, tabletop. Take a moment here, maybe close your knees together so you can sit on your heels. We will give a little work on the wrist. So we can circle in, we can circle out, we can shake the hands, and we find ourselves again into our tabletop. We open the knees, hip distance width apart, and we tap the toes in. Hips will float up towards the sky so you can find your downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. In Spanish it's perro boca abajo, which is my favorite, I don't know why. So we want to press the heart, the rib cage towards the thighs. We want to relax the shoulders away from the ears and stay grounded here. If your heels are floating up and out of the mat, don't worry about it. Just keep creating that activation and melting them down. As you find complete stillness here, go ahead and bend your right knee. You will keep your left heel pressing down into the mat. You will shift the weight of your body a little bit towards the left foot so you can give a little more activation and stretch. Just no sharp pain should be manifested, be aware of that. Then we extend the right knee, we bend the left. We shift the weight of your body towards the right heel this time. We release both. Take an inhale, float both of the heels out of the mat. You will lean a little bit towards your hands, not too much. Take a deep inhale there. So that when you exhale, you press the heart back, you melt the heels down on the mat, you relax the shoulders away from the ears, and you deepen your posture. Now we will start opening the hamstrings, calves, glutes, low back. And for that, We will lean again towards the top of the mat. Not too much so you come into your plank, but you want to shift the weight of your body towards the hands. We will take one step forward with the feet. Hands will stay where they are. We take a deep inhale. As we exhale, we press the heart back. We float the hips a little higher. If you want to bend the knees, you can always do so. Don't force yourself. We shift the weight of the body forward as we inhale. Again, we take one step forward with the feet. If you need to bend the knees, don't hesitate to do that. We take a deep, deep inhale. As you exhale, press the heart back, melt the heels. We are almost in our Uttanasana forward fold, that's the goal. So either you take one more or two more steps forward. Shift the weight of the body towards the hands, take your step. Finish the inhalation. As you exhale, then we come into our forward fold. We will be here for a couple of breaths, but we will come in stillness. We will give a little of movement. So as you inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, hands towards the shins. You will float up your heart halfway. The crown will point towards the horizon, and we want to hack the belly back towards the spine. We want to pull the shoulders away from the ears and create one straight L. We take an exhale and we melt again. Focus on all the back of your legs. Once you come into your Uttanasana, you can give a little movement, hips side to side. Maybe your head. One more inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Pull the belly back, shoulders down. Wait till the exhale so you can melt yourself down again. Keeping the flat back, we rise, extended mountain pose, arms over the head. We will move into a back bend here. So first we will curl the tailbone in, hack the belly back, flow the arms up, open the fingers wide, relax the shoulders away from the ears. We are very, very active here. Notice your toes, notice the heels. Notice how is that you are grounded on your feet. Take one more inhale. This will be a micro back bend as our spine is not ready yet. So as you exhale, pressing the hips forward, cactus the arms and pull the elbows down. Just for this one, it's not too much about the back bend, but the pull on the elbows. Take an inhale, flow the arms over the head, curl the tailbone in, and as you exhale, forward fold. We try to move very, very slow so you can feel completely awareness of the movement. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, crown towards the horizon. Exhale, forward fold. We will take one step back with the left foot. And we will come into our low lunge. Left hand will plant down. Right foot will open towards the edge of your mat. Hand will come inside of the knee. And we will open the knee to the side, trying to push it away from you and open the heart up. So it's like an external rotation on the shoulder. Gaze can always follow back. And here we want to focus on the sensation that you feel on the inner tight outer hip, IT band. We take one more inhale here. We stay for the exhalation. And slowly we twist the heart to center. We will frame the foot, so invite it back towards the center of your mat. First, realign yourself, and then you will rise into your Anjaneyasana. So for the right alignment here, I see a lot that we try to keep the hips in line with the knee. But that's not too much for our hamstring and our inner thighs. We want to melt the pelvic floor all the way down so we can give space for our spine to open. Once you create this shape, go ahead and flow the arms over the head. Hands will come together and we will move into our back bend. So as the hands come together, extend the arms over the head. Gaze will follow the hands. Take a deep inhalation. Only as you exhale, you'll start moving into the back bend, melting the pelvic floor down, reaching back with the hands, floating up the gaze. We stay for 2 rounds of breath. So in your own, breathe as deep as possible. One more inhale. We stay for the exhale. Slowly we rise. Deep inhalation. Hands will release down. You can always find your blocks if you need them. We are moving into our half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. We take a deep inhale together. As we exhale, we extend the knee. We flex the right foot back towards the face. A lot of sensation on the calf, a lot of sensation on the hamstring. So keep your hips squaring forward. Now we will give a little of a help here. So your hands will walk all the way back. We don't want to take the head down because if you notice, I will round my spine a lot. And this is not about that. So trying to take your belly out. We will start inviting down. Gaze will go towards my foot, maybe towards the top of my mat, so I can keep that straight line with my spine. My breath, that will be the key. This can feel very, very intense. So make sure you are breathing very, very long, very, very strong. Invite calm. Invite openness. Invite flexibility. And you will take 1 step forward with your hands. Take a halfway lift with your chest. A deep inhalation. And again, as you exhale, melt yourself down, starting from the belly. Heart will follow. 1 more step forward with the hands. Deep inhalation, halfway lift. And as we exhale, we melt ourselves down. This time, all the way down. Notice your spine and make sure that you are in that straight line. Focus your intention on the breath and soften where you can. We stay for 1 more couple of breaths. Slowly float up the heart. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and bend the knee. Frame your foot with your hands. Tuck the left toes in. Float the left knee up. Listen close. We take 1 big step forward. So we come into our forward fold, Uttanasana. Separating the feet hip distance width apart. We will melt the heart down. Crown of the head is melting. Head is relaxing. Neck is relaxing. Deep breath. Inhale, rise up. Extended mountain pose, flat back. Arms over the head. We curl the tailbone in. We relax the shoulders away from the ears. Fingers wide open. As we exhale, we move into a deeper back bend here. So you will decide how to do it. I suggest pull the arms back first. And then cactus the arms so you can press your hips forward. That will give you space to move a little deeper. Inhale, re-extend, curl the tailbone. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands down. This time your right foot will step back. We come into our long lunge, releasing the right knee down and tucking the right toes. Right hand will plant down. Left foot will move towards the edge of your mat. And using the hand as support, open the knee to the side, open the heart, gaze will follow. Complete relaxation on the back leg, and you can always check on the alignment. This is very, very good actually for the spine. Slowly we come to center. We walk the foot towards the center of the mat. First we align ourselves and then we rise into our Anjaneyasana. If you need your blanket under the knee, please don't hesitate to use it. First we will start with the alignment, knee under the hips, and then melting the pelvic floor down. We will move all the way forward. You will notice that you are releasing weight from the back leg. And as you inhale, flow the arms over the head, hands will come together. Let the gaze always forward so you can move into the back bend a little more easier. Now, it constructs my throat, so I won't kind of speak once I move deeper on it. But we want to extend the spine up. And then following with the gaze, we will pull the hands back. You can always release your head all the way back. And from there you will deepen. One more round. Exhale. Hands out on the mat. Frame the foot. Take a deep inhalation. As you exhale, extend the knee. Flex the foot back towards your face. Again, we will create the same thing. We don't want to round the spine to take the head down. We want to invite belly in first. And second will be the rib cage. Third will be the heart, and only at the end of the journey the head will release. So take a big step back with your hands, frame maybe your knee. Keep the foot flexing back towards the face, take a deep inhalation. And this will be very, very slight. As you exhale, belly will come in. Take one step with your hands forward. Halfway lift with your chest, inhale. Exhale, belly in, rib cage down. Foot is still flexing. One more step forward with your hands, halfway lift with your heart. Deep inhalation. And again, as we exhale, belly down, rib cage towards the knee. And this time, we can go all the way towards the leg. We stay for one more complete round of breath. Together we bend the knee, releasing the sole of the foot down on the mat. Framing the foot, go ahead and tap the right toes, float the right knee up, and again we take one big step forward with your right foot. So you will come into your Uttanasana forward fold, this time the feet together. So we can move a little deeper, feeling the sensation of your calves, your hamstrings, your glutes, your low back. Head is relaxing a lot. We stay for 2 rounds of breath. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, deepen. Flat back and we rise, extended Bolton pose. Hands over the head, curl the tailbone in. As we exhale, back bend, cactus the arms, press your hips forward, open that heart, let it shine, let it breathe, show yourself. This is your practice. Inhale, re-extend, arms over the head, curl the tailbone. Exhale your forward fold, we surrender. Plant the hands down, big step back with the feet. So we come into our Palankasana plank pose, and we will open the feet hip distance width apart here for a little more stability. Fingers will open wide, the gaze is in between the hands. We are pulling the belly back. Hips are not collapsing, are up. They are not floating over. It's just a straight line. The core is very, very active. The breath very, very steady. Take a deep inhale, heels forward, shoulder over the wrist. And you will move into our Chaturanga. So bending the elbows halfway, squeeze them into your rib cage. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward dog. Shoulders away from the ears, heart up, and we untuck the toes. So the top of the feet is pressing down. We want to relax the glutes, relax the legs. Take one more inhalation. downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Melt the heels down, flow the hips all to the sky. Heart is pressing back. And from here, right leg will float up for your three-leg dog. We keep the foot flexing back towards the face here. Now listen closely. We will open the hip towards the right. We will open the right toes too. Then you will invite your leg to come towards the right, shifting the weight of your body towards the left foot. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, leg will move all the way to the opposite side. So when we move into this, bend the knee, stack the hip, it is the same thing but without bending the knee. You will feel a lot of activation on your glute. As you inhale, twist your hip down, close. Flex the foot back towards the face. Then step it through between your hands. We will move into our warrior one feet. So the back heel will melt down. Rising slowly. We first seek for the right alignment. So maybe with the help of your hands, you will invite the hips towards the top of the mat. Rib cage towards the horizon. Heart towards the horizon. Inhale, hands float over your head. And then it will go over your low back. We'll interlace the fingers, trying to bring a big fist with your hands. Creating a sternal rotation with your shoulders, you will open up the heart and you will start moving into a micro back bend. So gaze will move up, your fist will pull down. Keep your right knee bent. As you exhale, your humble warrior, so your heart will melt. You are shifting the weight of your body towards the front foot, front heel, so that the glute is very, very activated. We don't want to put pressure here. Instead of that, we want to come in. Take one more inhale. Use the exhalation to rise slowly. As you unravel the hands, float them up. They will come and meet together at the top, creating your steeple mudra. So you will interlace your fingers and only the index will point up. Biceps on the ears. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bend to right. Inhale, slowly come to center. Hands will release down on the mat. You will float the back heel here. So it's your runner's lunge, what you are creating. And with a lot of care, we will move into our standing splits here. So shifting the weight of your body towards the right foot, you will float your left leg back and up. Now there are ways for you to find stability. You can always leave your hands down, maybe walk them towards the foot. The more away that you go, the less stability or less flexibility you are creating. So you want to walk towards the foot. Maybe you can catch your calf with your hand, or you can grab your forearm around the calf and invite the heart to melt, the leg to go up, and you can always fold forward completely. We stay for one more inhale. One more exhale. Take an inhalation, prepare yourself for your forward fold. So as you exhale, release the foot, feet together, big toes to touch, and the heart will melt. As you inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, so you will melt the hips down. Arms will float over your head and you will curl the tailbone in. You want your knees together, squeezing in the same line. Big toes touching, a lot of stability, strong breath, steady breath, clear mind. Take an inhale, hands to heart. As you exhale, twist to right, left elbow, right knee. And you want to seek for the alignment so the knees will stay together. You will move into your twist and we will challenge the balance a little more. So shifting the weight of your body towards your right foot, You will float your left foot out of the mat. You can always keep your gaze in one point. We stay here for 3, for 2, and very, very slowly, in control, we will step back for our revolving lunge. Once you align yourself, take a moment to deepen. You can always extend the arms if you want to challenge. If you extend the arms, keep them extended. If you kept your arms and hands into your chest, you can stay there. We will rise and twist for a revolving crescent lunge. Arms will extend in line with the shoulders. Fingers wide open here. As you inhale, we will find our exalted warrior. So, left hand will float up. Right hand will catch your opposite hamstring. You can always deepen the lunge. Inhale, twist to center, arms over the head. Exhale, cactus the arms. Open your heart. Inhale, re-extend, arms over the head. Hands on the mat, frame your foot. We step back, either on our plank pose or maybe our Ekapada. So we can take our Vinyasa here, do it in your own, take your time. We will meet in our downward facing dog. As we arrive into our downward dog, we take a deep inhalation. We take an open and loud exhale. One more inhale. One more exhale. This time your left foot will float up for your 3-leg dog. We keep the foot flexing back towards the face. We will open the toes towards the left side, open the hip towards the left side, and shifting the weight of your body towards the right hand, right foot, you will start moving your left leg towards the left side. We take a deep inhale there. So that when you exhale, invite the heel towards the opposite side of your mat. Maybe you will open the heart too. As we inhale, we twist to center, close the hip down, flex the foot back towards the face. Exhale, step it through between your hands. We seek for our warrior 1, so take your time. We will pivot the back foot, melt the heel down, work on your stand, and steady, we rise. We seek for the right alignment. Then the arms will float over the head. We settle. And as we take a deep and big inhalation, hands will move towards the low back. Maybe this time the opposite hand on the top. We create a big fist here and creating a sternal rotation on the shoulders. Open up the heart, take a deep inhalation, look up. And exhale, your humble warrior. Shift the weight of your body forward. Your glute, your heel, they are feeling all the challenge. Steady breath here, and we don't want to put weight into your knee. We use the exhale to rise. We unravel the hands, we flow the arms over the head. Steeple mudra at the top. Biceps on the ears, take a deep inhalation. As we exhale, we bend to left. Inhale, slowly rise to center. Hands down on the mat as you exhale. We find a runner's lunge, so we will float the back heel, maybe adjust your stand. Either you find your blocks as support or keeping your hands down on the mat, find your standing splits. This time your right leg will float up. And again, we have options. If you are away from the foot, know that it's a actually work on your flexibility. So you want to walk your hands toward the foot. Either you can catch the calf with your hand, grab the forearm around the calf, so rising into our tabletop. First, seek for the right alignment. Knees open, hip distance width apart, and you might will catch your block if you need it. If you don't, congratulations, you are already balancing your aspects of the self. They say that balance is not only physical, but actually a representation of the inner world. So when we are able to hold standing balancing postures, it means that we are towards a more balanced life, or habits, thought processes, and physical activities. Tucking the toes in, we will find our downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, floating the hips up, melting the heart, melting the heels. Take a moment here to reset yourself, recalibrate the beat of your heart, readjust the breath. Come back to the intention, the reason you are here today practicing, connecting, breathing. finding yourself. Right leg will float up. 3 legs up. As we exhale, knee to nose tiger. We want to pull it in. We want to activate the core a lot. Point the tail so you can create space. Inhale, re-extend, 3-leg dog. Float the leg up. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Warrior 2 legs for a warrior 2. So first we pivot, then you can always let your left arm guide you, coming in front and then open. As you rise, readjust your stand. Make sure that your right toes are pointing straight forward. Your right knee is completely bent. You can always deepen so that the hamstring is parallel towards the mat. Arms will extend in line with your shoulders, fingers wide open, a smile on your face, and we look towards the future. The past has nothing, only lessons. We want to tilt the left hip back. We stay here for a moment, embracing the warrior life. Not to battle. We are peaceful warriors, right? Taking a deep inhalation, we find our reverse warrior. So right hand will float. You can always create a half bind here. Deepen the lunge a little bit to challenge that glute, challenge that stand. Float up the heart, let the gaze follow. Extending the right knee, we will find our triangle. So send the hips all the way back. Right arm will reach forward. We don't want to put pressure down. We want to pull up. We will bend the knee coming into our extended side angle. And you can always catch your block here if you will need it. So catching your block, we will move into our half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So your leg will float in control. Let me pull myself a little more towards this side so you can see me. So first we move into our half moon. Hip will open, foot is flexing and activated. Toes are straight forward. Make sure that your hand is right underneath the shoulder. First thing to do will be to bend the knee and pull the heel towards the glute. Might you will catch the inner arch of your foot. And you can always stay there if that is what your body allows you to do so. But the goal actually will be to kick up with the legs so it will open. Very, very slowly we will release. Very, very slowly the heart will twist to center, hands down on the mat, and we find our runner's lunge. Either you take one more vinyasa or you meet me on your downward facing dog. Take what you need. This practice is about you. Take a deep inhale. Take an open mouth exhale. This time your left leg back up. And I will move myself this way so I am not kind of giving you my back here. So this time the left leg backing up. Knee to nose tiger, and we activate the core completely. Shift the weight of your body towards the hands. Point the toes. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step it through between your hands. And pivot the foot down. We will find our warrior 2. So letting the left arm guide you. Go ahead and rise. Extend the arms in line with the shoulders. Fingers wide open. Again, the knee want to point straight forward, toes forward. Hamstring parallel towards the mat. Tilt the right hip back. Extend the arms in line with the shoulders. Look for your future. See the brightness of the experiences that are ahead. The opportunities, the doors. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, Trikonasana. Send the hips back. Extend the legs. Extend the arms in line with the shoulders. Keep a little lock into your knee, so you are not overextending. And again, using your block, we are about to move into our pig pose, opposite side. So we will come into our extended side angle. Once you move into your extended side angle with a lot of control, shift the weight of your body towards the left foot, float the right leg back. Extend the arms in line with the shoulders. And again, knee will bend, coming towards the glute, heel towards the glute, and we will find the inner arch. You can always stay there, or begin to kick up with your leg, finding the full expression. A lot of control as we extend the leg back. Heart down, both of the hands will frame the right foot. We step back. Last Vinyasa or last downward facing dog. As we meet, take a deep inhale. Take an open mouth exhale. Congratulate yourself, you did it. We don't seek for perfection, but we seek for advancement. So every day is deserving of a celebration. Every movement is deserving of a celebration. Release your knees down on the mat. We will sit in the center, letting the soles of the feet come in front of you. We will separate the feet hip distance width apart here. Hands will come by the sides and your fingertips will extend very, very slowly. We will release the back on the mat. Arms will extend, stay extending and floating out of the mat. Head will float out of the mat and we will press the chin down into the heart. We will stay here activating the core completely and we will start giving little pulses. We stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Take an open, loud exhalation. We will come into our bridge pose. So hands will come by your sides, palms facing down. Heels are separated, hip distance width apart, and we want to create a very, very slight external rotation so that the knees are not opening to the sides or falling. Creating that external rotation on the heels, we will lock the feet so they can stay active. Taking a deep inhalation, you will float your hips out of the mat, keeping that a very slight now internal rotation on the inner thighs. We want the knees pointing straight forward. Hands can interlace. So you can start walking your shoulders together. Now the goal for this one will be to shift the weight of your body towards the right foot. We will bend the left knee in, and we will extend the leg up, trying to flex the foot back towards the face here. We want to still grow up, giving a lot of intention on the heel, so we let the glute burn. We stay for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Release the foot down. Unravel the hands and release your hips. Give a little movement side to side. Maybe take an open mouth exhale if you need it. And again, we stick for our bridge pose. Heels opening, hip distance width apart, a very slight external rotation on the heels so that the knees are pointing forward, arms by your sides, palms facing down. We take a deep inhale, float the hips up towards the sky. Again, you can interlace the fingers, this time maybe the opposite hand on the top, and we create an external rotation on the shoulders so they can walk towards each other. This time, shifting the weight of your body towards the left foot, we bend the right knee in, and we extend the leg up. We flex the foot back towards the face. We stay active here for 3. Embrace the shake for 2. And 1. Release the foot down. This time, float the hips a little more. Squeeze those glutes. And we release. 1 more inhalation. 1 more exhale. Invite the knees in towards your heart. Grab the forearms around the shins and move side to side. We want to give a little love to our low back, our spine, our middle back, our upper back, our shoulders, the back of the head. Everything is melting and moving. As we come to center, we find full stillness. We grab the forearms a little more tight. We float the head out of the mat. We take together a deep, deep, deep and long inhale. We feel that the lungs completely. We squeeze everything, the toes, the nails, the hair, everything will be active. We hold the breath at the top. We take 1 more sip of air. And with an open and loud exhalation, find your Shavasana, extending your arms by the sides, legs all the way towards the edges of the mat, toes falling to the sides. And allow yourself to close your eyes for a moment. Coming in complete communion with your stillness, with your breath. Finding gratitude for the opportunity of the time to practice, the love and the care that we give to ourselves on a daily basis, and the lessons that our body, our mind give us in every single practice, the awareness. You can stay there as long as you want. And whenever you are ready to finish your practice, you can come out of it. While you do, I'm grateful to be here guiding you and sharing my practice with you. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you. I hope the rest of your day will be amazing and you will have time to reconnect, to enjoy, and to smile. Thank you.